Hello my lovely Padawans and duelists alike. Today we're gonna have a deck profile on my Gladiator Assault set deck, which I made from 15 random packs, and let's get down to it. This deck, compared to the previous 24 sets, is actually fun and it works. And you can also do some extra deck plays with it. Amazing, right? Extra deck plays. Okay. We begin with one copy of Gilgarth, one copy of Cloudian Smokebow. Why Cloudian Smokebow? Because he's cute as fuck. And now for the effect monsters, we have two copies of the Gladiator Beast Spartacus, one copy of the Ancient Gear Knight, three copies of the Gladiator Beast Dimakari. Pretty much since this is the Gladiator Assault set, right? This deck is very heavy on the Gladiator Beasts. Its main, 80% of the plays you're gonna do are going to be Gladiator Beast plays. Two copies of the Evil Hero Inferno Gainer. I need this faggot to get this faggot, you know. Well, not really. It's a fiend. This needs a fiend and a rock. So do I have any fucking rocks? Oh, I got it. Yeah. So you can pretty much use the Evil Hero Inferno Gainer and the Gladiator Beast Hoplomous. So yeah, after the Evil Hero Inferno Gainer, we have two copies of the Gladiator Beast Bestiary. Then one copy of the Goblin Black Ops, which is a neat card, can be a game changer, because it can attack your opponent directly, regardless of how many monsters they have, and it has 1300 attack, which is a lot for any direct attack monster. Then two copies of the Claudian Altus, one copy of Truckroid, because it's a defensive monster, two copies of the Gladiator Beast Hoplomous, which is again a Gladiator Beast and a defensive monster, 2100. And if it's special summoned by the effect of a Gladiator Beast monster from your deck to your field, its defense becomes 2400, so it can become a very good defensive monster. Then one of the funny, then we get to the funny gimmicky RNG based cards. We have two copies of the Gambler of Legend, which can make your duel very fun. And your opponent will not have a very fun duel at the same time. Then one copy of the Witch Doctor of Sparta. One, why? Because one, it has 2000 defense, and two, since this deck is made to work, well, it's not made specifically for that, but since this deck will duel itself, the effect of Witch Doctor of Sparta can actually be helpful because you burn your opponent for 500 damage for each special summon monster from their deck. Then two copies of the Gladiator Beast Secutor, one copy of the Gladiator Beast Murmillo, two copies of the Test Ape, and now for spells we have one copy of Gladiator's Return. Of course, it's a Gladiator spell. Then two copies of Dark Fusion. So these two copies are meant to work with these two and these two to summon these two. We're gonna get to that in a moment. One copy of the Gladiator Beast's Respite, one copy of Fog Control, because we do have a couple of Claudians, so why not? One copy of Claudian Squall, again a support spell for these nice funky Claudians. Two copies of the Gladiator Beast's Battle Gladius, one copy of the Gladiator Beast's Battle Manica, pretty much all equipment spells for Gladiator Beasts. Two copies of the Gladiator Beast's Battle Halberd, again, a Gladiator Beast support spell card, equipment spell card. And now for traps, we have one copy of No Entry, one copy of Disarm, and one copy of Parry. Now for the extra deck, we have 6 cards in the extra deck, 4 of which are useless. We have 3 copies of the Super Alloy Beast Raptinus, which is ugly as fuck, one copy of the Evil Hero Lightning Golem, and 2 copies of the Evil Hero Dark Gaia. And you can actually summon both of these, because we have 2 Fiends, 2 Rocks, and 2 Dark Fusions in our deck. So even if you don't get to summon both of these, you can at least summon one. And Evil Hero Dark Gaia is a very fun to use fusion monster. Pretty much its effect is that the original attack of this card is equal to the combined original attack of the fusion material monster to use to fusion summon it. When this card declares an attack, You can change all defense position monsters your opponent controls to face super attack position, and flip effects are not activated at this time. So we can make this guy 23,000, unfortunately, which is not that much, but you can still, first you can still do like extra deck plays, and you can flip, you can pretty much use it to flip some nice defensive monsters into attack and destroy them, you know. Unfortunately, I cannot make him. Well, you can also use the Gilgarth as well, not just Evo Hero. Then it becomes 2,500, which is actually decent, you know, for your effort. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, my lovely parents. I will see you in the next video, in the next deck profile, and until then, may the force be with you always.